Let's go back to you as a professional, a coach, a trainer at 25.
Okay.
Knowing what you know now as a dad.
Okay.
Having watched Katrina have to go through the things that she went through to get to this point as a mom, and the things that she, her responsibility as a mom, and then the relationship now and everything else.
Yeah.
When you go back as a trainer, would you have handled yourself differently with clients, coaching?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Then, and okay, so...
I wasn't even a really good trainer. Let's be honest. I wasn't a good trainer.
What would you tell people?
I wasn't a good trainer. Like I was really good at sales. That's what I was good at. Truth be told, like I come from a family, a long line of salespeople, and I like people, and I enjoy talking, and I love fitness, and so it worked. Mm-hmm. But I was a terrible trainer for a long time. And I know if you were to, and I'm probably being hard on myself, if you interviewed one of my clients, they'd be like, oh my God, he was amazing. Like, right. I don't think I was, for a lot of different reasons. One, the experience and the knowledge wasn't quite there yet. Like I really needed to put the reps in to really fully grasp everything. I had the national, so I had like 8 national certifications. So I had like the education. I was smart enough, but there's a whole other level to this game when you learn the psychological part and component of training clients and coaching people. That didn't come till way later. Like, for example, when I was a young trainer, one of the first things you do is you sit down and you do your PAR-Q, your measurements, body fat, you ask them questions, your goals, this and that. What do you do for fitness right now? And if someone would be like, oh, well, my husband and I, we get up and we walk every day. I'd be like, that's not fitness. You know how many calories you burn when you walk? Like nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not fit. Like we
still fail.
Yeah, right. So I would say things like that. Totally terrible. Which the irony of that is, when I talk to somebody today and I go, what are your fitness goals? And, the very first place I start is, well, let's start with like a 20-minute walk.
Let's move a little bit more.
Yeah. And it's so funny that was something that I would scoff at and be like, wouldn't even pay attention to or talk to, or now it's where I start everybody. So, yeah, what we learned, and I also think this speaks to why the podcast does so well, is I think we spend more time speaking to the behaviors around nutrition, the relationship with nutrition, the behaviors in relationship with exercise, more than we actually talk about all the nuances of biomechanics, the latest study, macro breaking down, periodization, like all that shit. Like
there's technical, then there's application.
Right. And that's cool if I'm just trying to sound smart to my peers or prove that like I know how to do all that stuff. But if my real desired outcome is changing people's lives and really fundamentally building in good behaviors that is going to carry them on for a long time and a healthier life, then a lot of that bullshit don't even matter. Nope. And so I didn't know that at 25. At 25, when I was...
You want to give all that information.
Yeah, I gave you all the answers to the test, right? As to show you how smart I was. Right. That was the way of training back then. I was like, oh, you want to lose 15 pounds, build 5 pounds of muscle? Oh.
Let me give you this list of 80 things you need to do.
Here's a program, here's the diet, and then I was a glorified cheerleader and counter. And honestly, I was like a good counter. Like that's what I was known for.
Rep counter?
Yeah, I could count really well and make the session fun and interactive.
I still can't count.
Yeah. That was what I was good at. I was good at counting. I was good at like making your session fun, and so that's why probably somebody else would go like, "Oh, he was so good," but I wasn't that good because when I had an epiphany around 26 when I'd collected all these trophies that said I was the #1 trainer and shit, and I remember thinking to myself like, God, if I'm the #1 trainer, why do I not see all the people that I've changed their life in this gym all the time? Like they're all long and gone, or they're still paying me, to kind of do the same bullshit. Like I realized that I was good at getting people committed to paying me money, but I wasn't really good about getting them to implement the behaviors to really fundamentally change their life. And that was like a major turning point for me of like starting to kind of change the way I looked. And it took a long time.